Welcome to the Elements of Spirit readings for the week of May 15th, 2017. This is the reading for the element of fire, which includes the sun signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you haven't listened to your ether reading, go back and watch that video now. The affirmation for the ether this week is: I am facing my challenges, I am facing myself, I am loving my challenges, I am loving myself. And the idea is, that from the ether is that we're all sort of taking on challenges, applying ourselves, getting ready to nurture the next challenge that we're facing with love, compassion, patience. And in your case, let's see what else is going on. Okay, cool. So the idea here is that, you guys have some old fires still burning. You're still changing. You're still in process. You've got to use the breath. Use the breath to clear the air of all of the smoke it's kind of like what I'm seeing is almost where like in Batman, right? In Batman, when Batman leaves, Wayne Manor carrying the body of Robin, and there's the beams falling and all this shit's going wrong, and but Batman is and then cut to 5 hours later, Wayne Manor's on the ground, or whatever it was that was burning's on the ground. I don't remember. Sorry fans. But there's piles of embers, and and there's smoke everywhere. And smoke is connected to, yes, air, but also the particles in the air are earth, right? And it's a result of fire. So the idea is that as you guys, as fire elements, are approaching whatever project, challenge, dynamic it is that you're facing, that you're applying yourself to, that you are nurturing little by little, patiently, in order to break it down, get the benefits of it, and clear whatever doesn't work from it. That's associated. That breaking down is associated with the element of fire. And so the way I'm kind of reading this for you guys is here you are approaching this new dynamic, this new project, this new problem, whatever it is, and you're oh man, I'm still in process. There's still burning embers from the last building that I blew up in my past, in myself, in my consciousness, in my life. And now I got to get going again. I got to start again. That's kind of how it feels. So it's almost like inertia comes about. The idea here is to connect to the breath, to clear the air of all of this, these fine particulates that are clouding your vision, that are basically like the fuel you used from your last transformation, that which you burned up in your last transformation is still kind of clouding the air. So I feel this is sort of twofold. There's guidance in here which is saying breathing meditation this week would be a great idea. Just lots of even in a moment, I set the intention, I'm using my consciousness to say, I set the intention that upon my next exhale, I will release all of the material from my recent transformation, which no longer serves me. And it may come blowing back into your frame of view, and you just set that intention again, and clear the air. So the idea here is that you've got to be a little more tenacious with, that's it, air, with the focus of your mind. Stay focused on what you're doing here. So the idea with you guys is, yes, you are going to be breaking down whatever this challenge is, getting into it compassionately, loving yourself, loving the challenge, loving the people in the challenge, loving the dynamic. But for y'all, let's be sensitive and respectful of the fact that, we've been through the ringer. Every week's another week. But that you guys especially are still very much in the middle of transformation, watching these burning embers. And that it's okay to say, my vision is fixed. I'm oriented in the right direction. Even though I can't see anything, I'm not going to become inert. I'm not going to become aggro like we were talking about in the air readings, which we just did a moment ago. I'm just going to stay focused. I'm going to connect to my breath, and I'm going to affirm that when I pause and breathe intentionally, I am able to see myself and my challenges clearly. When I pause and breathe intentionally, I am able to see myself and my challenges clearly. So the idea here is like, there's the meditation of just breathe a lot and exhale a lot and clear the matter of your past stuff away. But also affirm that this is all it actually takes to get a clearer assessment of the horizon and be like, oh, there's the burning pile of embers that are still in process. There's a bunch of smoke over there. But if I pause, if I even remind myself that when I pause and breathe intentionally, I am able to see myself and my challenges clearly. And then from there, I am facing my challenges, I am facing myself. I am loving my challenges, I am loving myself. So there's like an orientation where rather than being obscured and uncertain, you're like, wait a minute. No longer obscured, no longer uncertain. Don't necessarily know exactly what I'm going to do with the challenge, but I'm going to compassionately approach it, use my inner fire to burn to the ground, to change whatever it is that I'm facing in front of me with love, now that I've cleared the air, so to speak. It is my great pleasure to be with you as always. I will see you next week.